name is Rainy Day. I'm a generational psychic medium. Yes, I see dead people. I am licensed in the state of Nevada, very proud of it. I'm a respected spiritual educator, and I have my online business where you too can book a life changing session with me at www.raineyday.com. That's RAINEYDAY.com. And if you have any questions or would like to see more content like this, maybe some automatic writing, maybe some astral travel, remote viewing, whatever it is, if you'd like me even to read one of your departed loved ones from the comfort of your own sacred space or give you a reading live on my Coffee with a Psychic, that's every Fridays, please email me to hello@raineyday.com. So enough of that. Today, I'm going to be teaching you some mediumship abilities, mediumship skills, some different things that you can try to see what works for you. Now, not everybody is the same. Everybody is different and receives messages from spirit in different ways. Everybody has psychic mediumship abilities. You just need to learn how you tap in to that higher vibrational realm, how you connect with spirit, and it's different for everybody. There's no roadmap to this. It's literally trying and seeing what different techniques work best with me and what different techniques can I use that I can be able to turn it on and off like a light switch and make it repeatable. So let's get busy. This is some mediumship techniques where I want you to see the magic, no expectations, get out of your head. Tuck your human mind behind your heart space. Just let it go. And you're going to see me looking down every little bit over here, up over here. When I look down, I'm looking at some notes just to make sure I keep on track. But when I'm looking up over here, it's spirit. And I apologize in advance because when spirit's talking to me, it's not just one at a time. I have to set boundaries with them and say, hey, people, slow your roll, calm down, quit smoking that cigarette in my face. Ooh, those cookies over here smell really good. I know you're tired. I mean, all of these things start coming through from all different ways for me. And I have to say, hey, one at a time. So that's one little metaphysical key that I just gave you. If it's too much, if you're not receiving anything, say, hey, I want everybody to line up over here. Over here. One at a time, take your turn. I'll let you know when it's time to come forward. Boundaries, people, boundaries. Just like we have to do that with people in our lives, boundaries with spirit, right? And this is Spirit Academy's Employee of the Month. Yes, for those spirits that just don't want to behave, because sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they're really excited that you are that vibrational tuning fork that they can plug into, change the dial, and you guys can talk. We can talk back and forth, that they're like sometimes intrusive. So keep that in mind. You are fully in charge at all times. And if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. Send it into the light. For example, one time spirit sent me, well, not spirit, but one time this sweet little girl came up and I was just like, oh, saw her very clearly, felt her, sensed her, but something didn't feel right. And so I started asking questions. And then the real energy, the real entity, the real being started coming through. It was one of those lower vibrational frequencies. Yes, angels and demons are real. Those shadow men, seen them. Some pretty crazy, scary things, but it's not scary for me and it shouldn't be scary for you. No fear zone, no fear at all. All you do is send it love from your heart chakra. You know why? Those lower vibrational energies cannot stand this high vibrational frequency. It's just like those high-pitched sounds that keeps birds away and certain dogs off of lawns. They can't stand that high-pitched frequency. Same thing for lower vibrational energies. Send it love. So I want you to just notice the difference between these two words because words are powerful. Hate, love. Hate, love. Close your eyes and feel it. Hate, love. Hate, love. See the difference? Okay, cool. So, in the beginning, when you start to develop your mediumship abilities, we put a lot of pressures on ourselves and then we start to doubt. And it's not a time for you to pressure yourself because you'll get more out of this and you will have that beautiful divine spark within you when you just take it as a beautiful opportunity, another chance to see how I speak to the other side. It's that simple. There was a psychic medium that I worked with one time, and she had a very unique way of working with mediumship. She would say, okay, women, I want you to line up on my left, men on my right. For me, I don't have those. Sometimes I have to say, hey, one at a time. For me, I feel spirit coming in always kind of like from my left side, but higher up here. Is and my psychic abilities are kind of to the left and to the front. It's weird. Then other times, they'll come at me from all different angles. But when I'm sitting down and I'm working, usually it's from this side of me. So I want to take a minute also, and I want to just kind of burn a little bit of Palo Santo just to bring in some blessings. So when you, it's very important to sit in your sacred space and create a sacred space. This is mine. It's an incredible office. It's like going into a crystal shop every day, a metaphysical crystal shop. Woo. So it's really important to create a sacred space, a space where you can sit and work with spirit. I always, when I first start working like heavy duty stuff, I cleanse the space. I start at one end, go all the way around, and I direct the smoke with sage to create a void because nothing can live in a void. And then what you do is you come and you go counterclockwise. For me, this is what works. Everybody does it different. I come in with Palo Santo, holy wood, and I bring in the blessings. Bless this space. May we have a direct connection with only those higher spirits who are here for our highest and greatest good. And then you can seal in that intention by sprinkling some Palo Santo around, holy water, making a cross sign at each doorway and at each window. When you sage, make sure you leave a window open so that the energy has somewhere to go, because I have seen people sage and I walk in, I'm like, you have an energy right over there that really doesn't belong here. She forgot to open the window. It just allows that energy space to release and get out. So once you've created your sacred space, just start breathing a few deep breaths and go on my website at www.raineyday.com and download Spirit Academy's 10 tenets. For me, it's a ritual that I use every day. And if you use them in order, it will help really fast forward your spiritual growth and help you like plug in and get that quick connect to spirit. I've already done that here. So I'm not going to go over too much of that, but that's available. It's a free download, printable. Just take a few deep breaths. And when I work with me, oh, I'm seeing lips right now. I wonder who those lips are. I might know who those lips are. Very interesting. When I work with spirit, I just start by taking a few deep breaths. Make sure that you hydrate, especially not so much for psychic mediumship for me, but when I work with my mediumship abilities and do a lot of mediumship readings, connecting with those on the other side, I have to really hydrate myself. I don't know why, but it makes a big difference. And one time, you remember Sylvia Brown. I loved her very much. There you are. She'd always say, drink a lot of water because water is a conduit. Water amplifies the vibration. So I like my vibration to be amplified. And then set a clear intention about what do you intend. And it's got to be simple. Tonight, today, right now, I just intend to tune into the abilities and my gifts that are accessible to me at this moment, space and time. No pressure. Trying too hard will sabotage the whole entire experience. You'll get discouraged, you might cry, and that's not what this is about. This is keep working and finding that thing that turns you on, that aha moment, that oh, that was it. Now I know what it feels like, what it looks like, how to turn it on, how to make it repeatable, and then have trust. We don't trust what we're getting. Just surrender to this beautiful, spiritual, fantastic voyage that we're on, because really Everything is unfolding to your benefit anyways, right? And it's not your timing, it's divine timing. Um, Change your energy. If for some reason you just don't feel like you're connecting, grab a quarter. Yes, a quarter. My Grammy used to teach me this. It will help you feel empowered, and it will change the energy and help when you try to connect, strengthen that link to spirit. And all you do is you take a quarter and you flip it in the air, catch it, put it on your hand, and you say heads or tails. You do that like 25 to 50 times. It brings you into the present moment. It works. I'm telling you, you got a 50-50 chance of being right, but it also changes your energy. So be positive. And I want you to expect success. Maybe your intention is, I expect to connect with spirit in one way, shape, or form during these exercises. It can be as simple as that. And I just want you to take a few seconds after you've, done a few breathing exercises, you've centered, you've grounded, clear your energy, bring your energy close to you. That's my secret. Bring it to you, like this far away from all of your physical form. Imagine it coming from everywhere. Bring it in so that you can feel your own energy. So when a disruption comes, you pick up on it right away. So let's just take a few seconds for this energy to build and allow a spirit person with a need to start approaching. And while that's just happening in the background, just take a few deep breaths, close your eyes. And I like to sometimes just breathe in through my mouth, just really deep. Hold it for a few seconds and then just let it all out. It's kind of like a static discharge. And now while you're breathing, I want you to come from your heart. Open up that heart chakra. Feel it just filling full of emerald green light, clearing and cleansing, opening, coming from our heart, not our mind. And just taking our human mind, continuing to breathe with eyes closed, and tucking our mind behind our heart space. And now we invite a spirit in who has a need to connect with us. Invite them in with love. Just notice where you feel them coming in from. Okay. Be gentle with yourself. If you don't feel anything, that's okay. Just take a deep breath in. And breathe it out. Just let it go. Closing your eyes, being gentle with ourselves. We are enabling a successful mediumship session. There's harmony, there's peace, there's surrender. Relax. There we go. How does that feel? So that's kind of how you get prepared for a reading. You can also draw a card for yourself. What is this? Oh, Watchers, transpersonal. And do a little reading before you sit down to read someone else. I love that card. I'm going to have to look at that card in a minute. And then we're going to ask ourselves some questions after we do our first exercise, just to kind of check in and see, because this is really important that we don't just stop after we're done, that we don't just discuss it, but that we check in with our energy and see how it felt, see where we could have missed some cues. We're going to do that too at the end. And these exercises that I'm going to do for you, we're going to close our eyes and we're going to get into this mode of just receptivity, allowing, acceptance. It's going to help you connect with spirit. And I'd like you to have a pen and a journal nearby. Now, for me, that's where you should start out. As you start to progress and get better, grab your phone and speak into your notes, or Microsoft 365 has a microphone that does voice recognition, that transposes your words on paper, and later on you can go back and read what had transpired. You'll do that later because sometimes your hand can't keep up with what you're receiving. Yeah, you'll get there. But for right now, we're just going to journal after each one of these sessions. And I would suggest to try this first alone and then do it with a partner and then gather a group together. And if you are in the Las Vegas area, I have a residency at the Realms Within, 2800 West Sahara, right by I-15, west of Sahara. As a matter of fact, I have a mediumship circle tonight that I'm going to be using this video for. I have psychic circles. I'm going to be doing an automatic writing session workshop in June, all kinds of wonderful stuff. Check it out, therealmswithin.com. If you do this with a person, tell them not to give you any feedback yet, because I want you to sit with the energy and see if something else comes up and then regroup with them later and go over it. Are we clear? Okay, so let's get ready. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. No expectations. Now I want you to just run your energy from your root chakra to your sacral, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, into your crown. Take a deep breath in of white light. And as you breathe out that white light and expand that physical light, that white light, that beautiful divine light beyond your physical form. Take another deep breath in. White light. Now expand that white light beyond your physical form. And now we're going to ground ourselves into Mother Earth so we don't miss a thing. Clearing our energy, bring our energy close. And now I want you to protect your energy by imagining a beautiful ball of opalescent white light coming down over your crown chakra and just engulfing your entire physical being, mind, body, and spirit. And now, in your mind's eye, just say your intention. Your intention is the roadmap to spirit and the universe, and letting them know what you'd like to do. And now, just one gentle deep breath in and let it go. And if at any time your mind starts to wander, bring your attention back to your breath or back to my voice. Now, this exercise is called the open door. Wherever you're at, take a moment to imagine that it's evening. The sun is just going down. You start hearing the crickets. The air is a little crisp. You start to see some of the lights come on in your neighborhood. And the sun is just slowly going over and getting ready to completely set. And there's just that beautiful calm awareness. And now I want you to just take a little walk around your neighborhood. Just noticing the stars coming out, the birds not singing as much anymore, and the crickets getting louder. And now I'd like you to imagine you're leaving your neighborhood and you're kind of going to an area where they have some buildings, office buildings, there's trees, the parking lots are empty, the street lights are on. And you walk up to this building and you see some stairs that lead to the building. the doorway at the top of that building. Walk up those stairs. With each step you take, I just want you to get clearer and clearer with your energy, just being in the moment, feeling your energy, observing it, noticing the different changes and shifts as you get higher and higher. And now you are at that door. You take your hand, you open the door, and you enter the building. And as you look down, you see this massive hallway. Massive hallway. And it's a hallway on both sides that are filled door after door after door after door. And I want you to step over the threshold and just gently close the door behind you. The lights are dim. And you start to notice that one of those doors starts to sparkling, lighting up. It's almost like an invitation. It's an attraction and it's calling you to that door. Gently walk towards that door. No expectations. Here we go. Before you open that door, you're standing right in front of it. Just take a gentle deep breath in. And just gently let it go so that you are centering, you are in the moment, you are grounded right in front of this doorway. And you open that door, and as you open that door, you see a person. And I just want you to ask that person to please come a little closer. Study everything about them, just the physical appearance at first. Is this a man or a woman? Are they androgynous? Um, do they look like a normal man or a woman here on earth? Ask them if they would please just turn around in a circle just one time, one 360-degree turn. And as they turn, just study every part of them. How are they dressed? Color hair? Can you see the color of their eyes, their skin? What are they wearing? Do they have a specific smell to them? Just anything else you can describe about them. Just keep it in your mind. Now I want you to gently walk forward and ask the spirit if you can blend with their energy. And if they don't want to, just say, okay, I'll just stay right here and respect that. But can I tell you, they wouldn't be in that doorway if they weren't ready to share their energy with you. So just know it and allow it and move forward. And ask them to show you a day in the life of this person. Have them take you on a little journey and just spend about a minute just being quiet, feeling, sensing, noticing any detail. Hearing maybe, smelling. What does it look like? What is this beautiful being doing? Day in the life. Now you find yourself just gently, you've experienced a day in the life of just gently step a little bit back. Don't disconnect, just stay with this energy and ask this person their name. Take what comes to you first, don't second guess it. Ask them why they're here, why they chose to come here to talk to you today. Now ask them or feel or sense. Can you sense who they are connected with? Is this one of your departed loved ones, maybe an ancestor, a great great aunt that you never knew? Or does this beautiful being from spirit, this loved one from the other side, do you belong to someone else? And if you do, who? Ah, there it is. So continue to blend with the spirit person and just perceive everything you can. You're just going to give it another moment. We're going to take one more minute and ask them, is there anything that you want me to know or the person that you're associated with to know right now? Do you have a message? Now, if they showed you something you don't understand or need more clarity on or clarification, take a moment to don't forget that you can ask, show me in a way that I will understand. Can you please clarify this for me? Can you please give me additional signs or clues to help understand how you communicate with me? Because sometimes spirit communicates through different methods. And then say, just show me now. Okay, so let's just thank this beautiful being of light for coming. Take a gentle deep breath in, and as you release, just step back. Thank this beautiful being of light for coming and showing up for you. And see that gentle door closing. And now walk back down that hall to the door. Open the door that's at the top of the stairs. And one more time, thank you, dear soul friend, for coming. Close the door and walk down the stairs through the parking lot, back into your neighborhood, and back in to your sacred space. So how was that? Spend a little more time in between. I kind of went a little bit quicker, but just pause this video until you're ready to turn it back on and just spend a little more time trying this open door method. And I love these because These are from Jax Kelly, and you wet the card and attach it to your shower, and it just creates like this beautiful sparks of um, self-love. Um, it just kind of changes your mindset. And this particular one, I love these. I am perfect. No one else is me, and that is my superpower. See, you got to keep your energy high vibrational because that's how you know that when your vibration is high, you are able to connect with spirit. And I didn't really state that right. Let me restate that. In order to connect with on the other side, you have to raise your vibration and keep that vibration constantly at a higher vibration. Gratitude, mindfulness, letting shit go, sometimes embracing the suck. I talked about that in my newsletter, embracing the suck, and just allow yourself to be just this clear being of high vibrational light. And it creates an energetic, it's like you can plug in much easier to those on the other side. So get comfortable again. We're going to do two more exercises. This is called turning on the television. So I want you to imagine yourself in front of your TV, comfortable. Maybe you have a blanket. Maybe you have a pillow or your little cat or your favorite nightgown or whatever. Just get comfy, sit on that couch right in front of that television. And I want you to just do the same things: ground, clear, protect, set your intention, take a few deep breaths. Invite team in spirit, whoever is here for your highest and greatest good, please come forward. Please come in one at a time. We appreciate you. Please step into this space. Thank you. Now I want you to close your eyes and do a couple of breathing techniques again. Bringing your energy close. Running your energy just to make sure it's all clear. And if you feel any blockages, take a moment just to breathe some either yellow light if your solar plexus, breathing in yellow light into that solar plexus. And as you breathe out, just releasing it. Just checking your energy. Now, in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, I want you to visualize a television. It's off. You have your clicker. You're going to ask a departed soul to come through the TV so that when you turn on that TV, they're going to appear in some type of form. So you ready? I'm going to count from 5 to 1. And when I do, you're going to turn on that TV. I want you to just be in the moment and count down with me. Listen to my voice. And if your mind wanders off, bring your attention back to the breath or back to my voice. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's an image on the screen. There's a person. If you can't see it clearly, change that channel if you need just a crisper, clearer image. And again, I want you to blend with the spirit of that person. We're just going to take 2 minutes and just connect. Just be. Just like we did. Paying attention to every detail. When you're done noticing what they look like, maybe smell like, you could even ask them to speak. What do they sound like? And start asking them some questions. We're going to take 2 full minutes here just to connect with this beautiful being. Now, don't forget, if you're not seeing it clearly, ask them to present themselves in a way that you will understand. Okay, now kind of button it up. If there's anything left that you need to inquire about, please do so now. And I want you to thank them for coming, and you'll meet them again. You'll see them again. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I get to 5, you're just going to turn off the TV and open your eyes. And I want you to journal about everything from both of these exercises, the open door, the television. This is a visualization technique. You'll be able to write it down in just a minute. And when I get to 5, you may take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Disconnecting completely. Now write down everything you experienced. And I also want to tell you the reason that we close the connection is you never leave anything open ended. You always close that connection. Very, very important. So stop this video, journal, and then we'll take some questions after we do. We're going to do a radio exercise, and this is audio. Maybe you hear, maybe you see, maybe you feel, maybe you just know, maybe you smell. We're going to learn how all of these senses work together to make that connection with spirit. So, let's do our last exercise, and I call it tuning in the dial. It's like turning on a radio. We don't have radios like we used to back in the day, so you can imagine it or just however it works for you. We're going to work on the radio. Boy, times have changed. We're going to be clear about what we intend. We want to hear this time. This time we're asking them to speak to us. So get comfortable in your sacred space. Close your eyes. Start by taking a few deep breaths, grounding, clearing, protecting, bringing your energy closer, all that wonderful stuff. Do that. Okay, so we're calm, we're in the moment, we're in the space and time. And now we're going to turn on the radio. And in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you're tuning in a radio and you're turning the dial. And as you're turning the dial, you're able to tune in to one specific frequency where you hear somebody transmitting to you. And if it's not quite so clear, just keep tuning in. We're going to take 2 minutes and just do the same thing. Let's connect. What do you hear and who is talking? Ask them to tell you, who is this? What are they saying? And what's the message? Now thank this beautiful being for coming. And I want you to take a deep breath in. And I want you to totally disconnect, disconnect, disconnect from this frequency. Now, the key is after each one of these exercises, when you open the door and you talk to that being on the other side of the door, when you turn on the television and here's this beautiful being, or when you tune into the radio and you hear, sense, feel, or know, whatever you're getting, write it down, whether it be a copper penny heads up, whether you see a moth floating from right to left, from nor thank you, Spirit. East to west. Google this stuff. For example, I would Google, what does a white moth symbolize? What does flying from right to left symbolize? What is the right side of the body? What is the left side of the body symbolize? Is it the male side, the female side, the giving, the receiving, that kind of thing? What is, if you see something floating from east to west, when the sun rises in the east and sets in the west? What is the significance, or what is the spiritual meaning of? And just write it down, only what resonates. Then sit back and decipher what this spirit is trying to tell you. Now, they could be very clear. For me, sometimes they're very clear. They just say, I had this weird thing with my feet in the shower. True story. Love that. Love that soul. Gone before his time. You'll hear some funny things, or you'll see some funny things. And I can't tell you how many students of mine have said, Rainey, I was just going to say that, but I didn't trust it. I swear I wrote it down. See, it's right here. They said chocolate chip cookies. And guess what? Grandma, her chocolate chip cookies were famous. Those kinds of things. Do not be afraid. Do not fear being wrong, because this is not about right and wrong. This is about connecting. This is all about growing in your divine abilities and your gifts, learning how to use it like a light switch, turning it off and on and making it repeatable. And I promise you, if you work at this, if you try these, and then try with a partner, try with a friend or a group, come join me at the Realms Within, and let's see how you connect to spirit. These are all techniques so you too can fast forward your spiritual growth. I hope these were helpful. They were kind of quick. Please stop this video as necessary. Take the time to really tune in and just go out there, make it repeatable, have those aha moments, be gentle with yourself, because before you know it, you're going to start being able to really sense spirit. You're going to take your power back. You're going to know those disruptions in your energy. You're going to know your own energy. And mediumship is such an achievable gift for you. So open your gifts. May you have a beautiful rest of the day. This is Rainy Day. That's really my name. www.rainyday.com. Until next time, God bless.